You've got St. Patrick's Cathedral on the far side to your left. It's our leading Catholic church. Seats 3,000. St. Patrick's Cathedral. That's open late too for the public. That's a very popular attraction here, St. Patrick's Cathedral. Look to the right. You see Atlas holding the world on his shoulders? That Art Deco architecture that made Rockefeller Center so famous in the 1930s. That's Saks Fifth Avenue on your left. That's one of our better department stores. There are 38 Saks stores in the United States. This was the first. The original store, Saks on your left. This is nice, look to the right. The garden effects are always really nice in Rockefeller Center. Yeah, that's NBC Studios. Yeah. We're going to go over there, we're going to see that. Yeah, they have ice skating here in the winter, but now it's too warm, so we won't have this until October. November, the ice skating, so they turned it into an outdoor dining area in the summer months, the ice skating rink. So when you look to the right, you see the people, the outdoor dining, that's where they ice skate. The flag's the United Nations, and the statue of Prometheus with the waterfall behind it. This has been a popular spot. Not only with New Yorkers, but out-of-town visitors love Rockefeller Plaza. This is popular. This is NBC television on your right. David Letterman, Saturday Night Live, NBC News, Phil Donahue, many more come from this building. Also, the NBC studio tour is excellent. One of the best tours in New York. If you have a chance, I recommend NBC Behind the Scenes of Television. It's a great tour. Goes out every day. So you got RCA, General Electric, NBC, Celanese, Time and Life magazine, Warner Communications. Needless to say, Rockefeller Center has a lot of Fortune 500 companies. Kind of a center for advertising, publishing, and TV and radio. Yeah. Always wants to sing. I don't know if we'll make the slide, but it is to the right. Radio City Music Hall. It's one of our largest theaters, 6,200 seats. They got Aretha Franklin coming and Liza Minnelli, and then the Rockettes come in November with the big Christmas show that plays here for January. Radio City Music Hall. Magnificent old theater, 6,200 seats. 20th building right here. They just broke ground. So finally you'll be able to enter in Times Square and walk all the way to Fifth Avenue, underneath building to building, because all the buildings do connect. So, you know the names of the shows? Cats, Les Miserables, Phantom of the Opera, Miss Saigon. This is where they're performed in this area at the time. Ladies and gentlemen, the restaurant is down there on the right. When you go in, they're going to ask you how many, tell them how many in your party. Okay, and I'm going to leave at 12:40.
One for five, 2 for 9 right here.
What's about this stuff? She's about this stuff.
One for five, 2 for 9, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing? T-shirts or something.
Yeah. Broadway and 47th Street. And 47th Street. Broadway.
Tickets for cats, half price.
$5 t-shirts, baby. $5 t-shirts, baby. This is one night. Yeah, but that was one night. Okay, you can be okay. I don't have no food right now. But I'm gonna set something up. Wait a minute, I think y'all have powerful game now. If you eat 2 slices of bread per day, that's how I get it like that. You know, that's it. $5 t-shirts, 1 for 5, 2 for 9. How are you?
Don't be afraid.
Waar we ons juist bevonden was Times Square. Nu zijn we in Broadway.
This is the garment center. It's one of our large industries, ladies' fashion industry. These buildings, Ralph Lauren, Alacasini, Liz Claiborne, Escobedo Renta. Buyers come from all over the United States and shop these famous designers' showrooms, looking for clothing for their stores throughout the United States and Canada. There's a noontime concert to the right there. This is one of New York's most bustling and alive industries, the garment district. This is where you hear them say, I can get it for your wholesale. This is the area. And it's all, 95% of this is ladies' fashion. There's very little here for men. There's nothing you can buy here. It's all wholesale. It's all about, it's the garment district. Down on the left and the right, the streets are clogged with trucks picking up and delivering the garments, the fabric, the suede, the felt, the fur, the buttons, everything that goes into the finished garment. It's all about us. New York's garment industry, one of the major industries here. Below us to the left and the right is Herald Square, and down to the right is Macy's department store. Macy's is called the Miracle on 34th Street. It should be a miracle. They do $3.5 million a day in business. But today is Macy's biggest day. The Wednesday one-day sale. They're open till midnight. Everything is half price or 40% off. They clean out their whole inventory, and Macy's will do $8 million today in this store alone in their half-day sale. They'll be here till midnight open. Macy's is 8 million square feet.
Is that every Wednesday?
No, once a month.
Some of these ladies want to get off.
8 million people.
So you see, the other Macy's stores around the country don't make the money this store does. They wish their other stores did. Look at that doorway to the right. It doesn't stop moving. People going in and out of Macy's all the time. got 11 floors for shopping as well. And it's open every day. Macy's on the right. Today's the famous one-day sale. This is Herald Square, Broadway and 34th Street. Look to the front of the bus. This is considered the busiest intersection in Manhattan. More people cross the street here than any other intersection on Manhattan Island. A lot of that is due to Macy's and the other big stores here. Empire State to the left, Madison Square Garden, our sports arena, is one avenue over to the right. And that brings a lot of people into the area.
Yes. Yeah.
This is good food. Yes, I did.
Look to the right, look behind your right shoulder, look at all the people going into Macy's. One city block square, they're doing a great business today. You came to New York just in time to see our newest department, so you get tired of Macy's? Go down here to the road, A&S, Abraham and Strauss. 9 floors for shopping with a penthouse restaurant on top. And guess what they're having today? What? A one-day sale, just like Macy's. And there's 50 other stores in there in the mall. A&S, that's a big hit. It's about a year old. This is Greeley Square. Look to the right. See the statue of the man sitting in the chair? That's Horace Greeley, famous newspaper man. He was famous for saying one thing, go west, young man, go west. He stayed east in New York and made millions in the newspaper industry. Smart man, Horace Greeley.
Where's Bolivia? Will we go by that?
No. It was up by Bergdorf's in that area there by Central Park. So you see these fellas on the street selling you these fake Gucci and Rolex watches for $20 or $30, right? This is where you buy them for $5. This is the wholesale watch district. Yeah, necklaces, everything, yeah. New York is called this the fabulous fakes district. Everything here is a fake.
Yeah, but he acted like he stole it.
I didn't see the man, I don't know.
He was going like this.
T-shirt shrink, so you should know that right away. So, you can't buy a T-shirt for $3.
Yeah, with no lettering, all with lettering on it, huh? Korea, Mexico, still keep
Look to the left, see open? Going a lot of Chinese, Korean, Pakistanis, look there on your right shoulder, Sikh Indians. This is their industry. It's called another major industry here. It became very big in the last 5 years. All this imports from Hong Kong and the Orient is sold here on a wholesale basis. A lot of vendors who sell on the streets come here, buy their merchandise and then sell them on the street. They mark it up. It says wholesale, but they'll sell to you if you walk in. This is 23rd to 33rd Street on Broadway. This is the fabulous fake district. Not real, go to Tiffany's.
Turn the bus around.
Yeah, she thinks you got a real gold chain for $5?
No, you don't. Let
Yeah, but they'll fight us with it.
Yeah. I said, I think I'll buy that. He said, no, you won't.
You know, down, see the Flatiron building, the triangular shaped building? That's our first skyscraper, went up in 1902. It's 4 feet wide in the front, 40 feet wide in the back, 21 stories high. The most famous church for actors' weddings is around the corner to the left. Look behind your left shoulder. You see the green rooftops and the trees? The little church around the corner. That's where Elizabeth Taylor got married once.
She's been in every church.
Well, she married Richard Burton the first time. And this is Madison Square Park down to your left here. This is where Madison Square Garden stood many, many years ago. The buildings across the park to the left here belong to MetLife, Metropolitan Life Insurance Company. That is MetLife across the park there to the left. And their big tower building with their 4 gigantic clocks that are 3 stories high, 40 feet across in diameter, and they're facing northeast, south, and west. Clocks of the MetLife to the left there. They're illuminated at night. Numerals, the dials, the top of the building is beautifully lit by Douglas Litt, the lighting designer who designs the lighting for the Empire State and the Chrysler Building and this MetLife. Now look to the left. See the statue of the man in tribute. So a week before the unveiling and putting the statue together in the warehouse, they could not find his body. They could only find his head. And they didn't know if it wasn't cast, delivered, or what. So they had to find a body quickly. So they found the body of Abraham Lincoln. That's Lincoln's body with Seward's head packed on top of it. Look at those on top of it. This morning you saw where Jacqueline Onassis lives on Upper Fifth Avenue. The Fifth Avenue divides east and west. Anything to your right is west side. Anything to your left is east side. Fifth Avenue splits Manhattan in half. And there's no division for north and south, but they have what they call downtown, midtown, uptown. Okay, so when we had lunch, we were midtown, Central Park and above was uptown, and now we're traveling downtown, south towards Greenwich Village, Chinatown, Soho, Little Italy, Wall Street, the harbor, that's all downtown. And the street numbers are getting lower. And when we cross 14th Street, we're always 16th Street. We'll be in Greenwich Village. So we'll be in Greenwich Village in 2 blocks, to the left and the right. And now we're in Greenwich Village. Down to the right is Parsons School of Design. It's one of the best schools for fashion design. You want to be the next Ralph Lauren? Go to Parsons. Down on the right here. And you'll notice as we go downtown, Fifth Avenue is going to end at the Washington Arch. There's a picture of that in your souvenir books, one of the last. That's styled after the Arc de Triomphe of Paris. See it all the way down there through the trees? And that's kind of the gateway to the village. This is Forbes on the right, famous financial magazine, which was spearheaded by the late Malcolm Forbes. Now his sons run the magazine, Forbes magazine, on the right. Greenwich Village is really charming, beautiful old churches and well-kept apartment houses. The side streets are tree-lined, Georgian and Federal style townhouses. Look down at the right. Incidentally, Greenwich Village used to be for starving actors and artists, not so anymore. A lot of the people that live here have money. This is 10th Street. Down at the right, third building was Cher, the singer-actress. Also Susan Sarandon, Richard Gere, Robert De Niro, all living. Who's going to take us on 9th Street. It's a typical little street in the village. And you'll see how a lot of the village has become upscale. But a large gay population. This is Christopher Street. In the evening, this is the heart of the gay community here in Greenwich Village. And incidentally, speaking of gay, look up ahead to your left. You see the street sign? Gay Street. G-A-Y Street. As we pass it, look to the left. You notice one? Pretty good. All right, they're waking up again. All right, not bad. Give yourself a hand on that one.
Gay Street.
This is Sheridan Square, named after General Sheridan, Civil War general. He lived here in New York. Greenwich Village has a lot of what they call boutiques, and it has off-Broadway theaters, smaller theaters, lower ticket prices, but you know the names of the shows that started here: Driving Miss Daisy, Steel Magnolias, Fantastic, so went on to become films with Oscars. They start in these little theaters, and we'll see that as we go through. Have a lot of Greenwich Village, New York. But come here after 4 o'clock. That's when it's more interesting. Right now it's quiet. It's the spot for jazz. The Blue Note, the Village Vanguard are all down here in Greenwich Village. And lots of ethnic restaurants and lots of good food. at moderate prices in the village. Look to the right, Indian. On your left, Japanese. Vanessa's French. On the right, Caliente Cab, Mexican. And this is voted the best pizza in New York by every leading magazine, newspaper. On the right, John's with the silver awning. They line up at night. John's at Bleecker Street. Come down here, you might want to try John's. It's fun. Small stores are popular, not the big supermarkets. People like to shop in the little specialty stores, and you see them all along in the village. Seeing already, we're quite far from Chinatown, Chinese writing on the wall, and we have quite a way to go. So Chinatown keeps spreading. It's almost 40 blocks square now, with 200,000 Chinese living here in the largest Asian American community, plus 50,000 Cambodians, Vietnamese, Laotian. So all these Jewish stores on Delancey Street are now Asian stores.